Hi guys, this is Crossy of Eclipse Gaming TV and welcome to my introduction to Star Citizen. So let's get into the game and have a little bit of a glance. So I'm just going to stand here and really quickly give you a run through of the scenery that we're looking at the moment and give you some background. First of all, need to say thanks and credit to my long-standing gaming friend Mixer, aka Shocking on YouTube, and I will throw up a link in the more info section to his channel and to the original video that got this started, because as soon as I saw 10 minutes of this introduction in its glory, I went and grabbed my wallet and got myself involved. So Star Citizen is an MMO. It's got a dogfighting aspect, ship to ship combat, and it's also got the opportunity to trade, to build a business, to amass ships, scope for multiple players to man one ship and take the various consoles and do bits with it. Lots of potential. It's in the alpha stage at the moment, or pre-alpha stage. What we're looking at here is an alpha build of the hangar module, which is a small aspect of it. The dogfighting elements haven't even been released. There's no rumours of what's going to be happening with that as such, so that's not in alpha stage yet. As for the game itself, the planned release date is going to be at the early part of 2015, which is going to be great if that happens, and the project has amassed something like $34 million worth of investment so far, all generated from fans, not from a big company, from investment in that front, not from a production company or anything like that. So they've done it all off their own backs, and still a bit of a way to go, but if you do decide to throw a bit of money into this, then there is a very, very high chance that you'll see the game in development. And if you want to get involved, you buy yourself a game pack, which gets you going. The opening or the basic pack starts at $40, and with that I'll give you a run through of what comes with it. Mine is on the lower end of those that are available. Mine sent me back $65. Reason for that is there was a ship which is slightly higher up that I wanted to get. The more money that you put into it to begin with, the better the ship you get, the better the hangar you get to start with, and there is a choice of 3. I've got the discount hangar, which is very sparse, and the lighting is shocking, so you do get what you pay for. If you want to upgrade, it's $20 for the next one up, and then $40 for the top one up. So that's something that I haven't invested in yet, and probably won't do for a little while, but I will no doubt talk myself into it, and I'll throw up another video for you at that stage, and no doubt. So what I'm going to run through for you is the pack and the ship that I've gone for very briefly, but what we will do is just change into our civilian clothing. You've got first and third person views available, so very quick change. And I'm going to show you also this holographic module, which is the way that you can access menus. There's nothing in this at all at the moment, as there's nothing here I can buy, upgrade, touch, but this is just a brief overview of how the system works. So let's move away from that very swiftly, and as you can see, by some miracle, if I'd make a few steps, the lighting improves significantly. And we are looking at the Origin Jumpworks 300i here in front of me. Anyone that knows me will realise exactly why I've gone for this particular ship. I'm going to give you a quick rundown on my reasoning behind that as I read this description to you. If you're going to travel the stars, why not do it in style? The 300i is Origin Jumpworks' premier luxury spacecraft, and it's a sleek silver killer that sends as much of a message with its silhouette as it does with its particle cannons. Some have accused Origin of putting style over substance and inflating the sticker price to match, but at heart the 300i is still an elegant dogfighter's tool. And that bit seals it all, the style over substance, and that is very much what I'm about. Anyone that knows me, if I was buying a car and money was no object, then I would be making sure I had cup holders all round, red seat belts, red stitching in my leather seats, heated seats all round, the top sound system that was available, 24 CD auto changer or whatever it is. If it's available and it's in the booklet, then I will be going for it, and I'll be paying, no doubt, thousands of pounds to have all these upgrades and extras thrown in. That's just how I roll. Whether that's the right way of doing it or not, well, it almost definitely isn't. But hey, it keeps me entertained, it keeps me going, and I am going to just skim through and give you a run through of what I got for my $65. If I can bring it up on my laptop, which is not the fastest thing in the world. So in this package you get the 300i ship, which we're looking at, the discount starting hanger, which again we're looking at, and there isn't much to see there, trust me. You get 2,000 starting credits, you get the digital game soundtrack, a digital Star Citizen manual, Star Citizen digital download of the game when it comes out, alpha and beta access, Squadron 42 digital download, a digital star map, and 4 months worth of insurance. Not quite sure how the insurance works yet. I didn't find anything on the website which gives too much discussion into that, but if it works anything like the EVE Online setup, if you buy insurance, if your ship gets trashed, you get a new one, which is going to be quite handy, I would think. Remember one occasion where I spent months getting a nice mining ship with lots of capacity, went out there and had the thing gunned down the second I stepped out of neutral space. Pretty much no insurance in place because it took me so long just to get the bloody ship in the first place. So insurance is going to be a very good investment, and I think if you start paying more than about $200 for your starter pack, you get lifetime insurance, which might be one of those extras well worth investing in if you do start playing the game as a whole and decide you like it anyway. So let's have a look at this ship that I've bought myself, the vessel that is style over substance. For those just around it, there is another vessel you can get which is $10 more than this. It's got a second seat. Your buddy can't help you out, they've just got to sit there. It's got a slightly bigger holding capacity, and it's a slightly better dogfighter really. That has been, the specs on it say that it has been the bread and butter dogfighting vessel for years upon years, and it's an old design and it looks really good, to be fair to it, but you get in the cockpit and it's very stripped back in comparison to what you got here with the 300i, so I left that alone. But if you're going purely for stats, that might be a good option. The $40 ship though, have a look at that. That's pretty epic actually. You think it wouldn't be, but it's a quirky little thing, and it's the only one in the game which has got the sleep animation, getting into the sleep compartment, so it's got that going for it if nothing else. And talking about sleep compartment, as I get into first person, having a mare there, sorry about that, it's down here underneath this nice plush leather interior that we've got with the 300i on the trim. Nothing but quality on this vessel, gotta love it. So that will fold down into the bed area. I'm not sure if it folds down and then you climb in. Looks like it might be a little bit small for that, but even if that folds out into a little bunk which runs across this compartment, then that works absolutely fine. Up here is a console which you can't actually use, I don't believe, and all I'm doing there is opening the door and climbing out of the vessel, which is not what I wanted to do. Oh, I'm having an absolute mare. So that console seems to be operating the door for the time being, but when it gets into the game and is no more than, or is more than a texture as it is now, that will be the engineering station, so you will be able to use that and monitor how the system is running while you're in flight. What I did want to show you on this door, which I'll try and head out to without dumping myself out. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's got the 300i Origin Jumpworks on the trim on the door. Very nice, no expense spared here in this cabin. And I'm going to bring you here to the captain's chair, which I'll just climb into now. And as you can see here, my consoles fold down for me. Can't see the cup holders. Might have to have a word, they haven't put the things in. And a lot of these dials are showing the same, so these are going to be properly textured up at some point. And you can see from the steering as well, it is a little bit clunky for now, but it's an alpha release, or pre-alpha if anything, so we can let them off for things like that. And the lighting is terrible, we've covered that already, but you might be able to see if I use the Q and E keys that my feet are operating the pedals here, which is going to be there for panning around quickly. That's pretty much everything I can show you round here, and not a lot else we can do with it aside from the view. I mean, check out this panoramic windscreen. If you look at YouTube and really start digging into this, you'll find a lot of complaints about the visibility in some of the ships, which wasn't expected. I have not got that problem here. I can see everything that's going on around me. The only thing I can't see is behind, and I'm in a 300i. It looks the nuts, so there is no way I'm going to be letting anyone get behind me in this thing. It looks too shiny and nice. I want to get it back in one piece, so we'll be trying to keep everything in this area in front of me. But as far as visibility goes, if you're going to be running from the cockpit when it comes down to the ship-to-ship combat, then something like this could make or break your ship choices, and I have got no problems whatsoever. So let's climb out the seat here. Nice little animation as I slide out. Panels fold back up nicely as well. So you can tell some work's gone into this for motion capture already, even though it's in the alpha stage. A lot more of that still to come, no doubt. And it says no step on the wings, but that's exactly what I've done. These things here, there's a lot of them dotted around the ship. They're not fuel modules, they are for thrusters, so manoeuvring thrusters. There is capacity to hold cargo on this, and the cargo is, it says 8 tons. So it's got 3 more than the starting vessel. But you can't walk into the cargo area like some of the bigger vessels. I'm not sure where the cargo actually slots in. There could be a chance it comes under here, but there's nothing that folds out as such. It seems unlikely that you're going to carry 8 tons worth of cargo up a ladder and stick it in a box at the back, so jury's still out on what happens there. And for weapons, you've got these, they're called class 1s, so they're the basic level cannons, 1 on each wing. You've got the option to mount one underneath here, which you can't even see the mounting point for, but that will swivel and track to a point. And there's another mount for which you can kind of see up there, is a mounting point for a weapon on each wing as well. Nothing in place there, but you can upgrade those. I imagine it will let you do that fairly early on. Otherwise you're going to have a lot of people cracking out starter guns against each other, and then those that went and forked out a couple $100 will just be running the show. So I'm sure they'll find a way to balance it properly and make sure that upgrades are available. Maybe the cheaper ships will have cheaper upgrades. They can pick those up faster, but I've got less scope for improvement, something like that. But so we're up top now, and this walkway, it just goes around. There's no extra doorways, no other options, nothing else to see here. And that bit at the top there is the escape hatch, so you can use that, and I guess you can also dock to that and climb out if needs be. You get to a docking ring. It's got the Origin 300i Jumpworks artwork on the sides. All looking very nice. Love this wing design. I've seen all of the ships that are on the game, and as far as overall design on this one, it is my favourite. And the extra $10 that you could pay for the upgraded version, yeah, it does look really sleek, to be fair to it, and you can get the second person in there, which is a great benefit. But oh, and I've very nicely caught the ladder. Skills to pay the bills. I just read in the description of it being the aged design that is still used, the old favourite as such. That's not me, so I've left that well alone. And the starter craft is very good as well. Also in this sort of price range, I think it might be called the Javelin, but you might have to correct me on that. There is something which looks a bit like an X-Wing from the old Star Wars when you jump inside of it, and it's got a very rugged, battle-scarred look to it. So if that's the sort of thing you like, then you've got that option in the game. I would say just get on YouTube, get on the website, have a look at all the ships that are available to you, and then make your decision. If you can get some of your buddies involved and you decide you're all going to be friends in 2015, then you could splash out and get the biggest one that's available. I think you're looking at a couple of $100 for that one, but you can get 5 crew in that thing, 5-player crew, with various gun turrets. Yeah, check it out. It's called the Constellation if you want to see it. Have a look on YouTube, see if it's one that you and your friends might be interested in. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've been inspired and you will help get this Star Citizen project off the ground and get involved, ready for launch day whenever that happens, early part of 2015 or before that, who knows. Then yeah, keep it locked. If there's any updates that come out for the game, or if I decide to upgrade the hangars, you'll see another video of this. But as there's not much to it, there's not a lot of videos I can throw up for you either, unfortunately. So yeah, all that will be coming up. Any comments that you've got, either about this video, about the quality, or about things that you'd like to see on the channel in general, feel free to send me a message or throw it in the comment section below. I've got some game commentaries on the channel already, a lot of FM 2014 stuff, but it is in the very early stages. It's still growing, and I'm always open to suggestions for games and things that you would like to see from me. So yeah, let me know about those. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you very much.